About 60 residents attended the Richmond Hill Member of Parliament Costas Menegakis' Town Hall Forum at Bayview Hill Community Centre on March 20th. Member of Parliament Menegakis gave an update on his recent parliamentarian activities, including his trip to China with Prime Minister Stephen Harper and what was happening in Ottawa. During the 2-hour-long presentation, Costas Menegakis told the audience that the China mission served to strengthen ties and boost the Canadian economy.
I can tell you that we got very little national press on the issue when it came to the trip. What we got a lot of is the panda diplomacy, if you will, the two pandas that will be coming here. That's a big thing for us as well. Two pandas will be coming as a gift from China for 10 years, 5 years in the Toronto Zoo, and 5 years at the Calgary Zoo. But it's an expression of the Chinese government's willingness to do business with that opening door. And I think it's a warning of a relationship that perhaps wasn't as warm as it could have been in the past. So deepening and broadening access to high-growth markets like China is a key part of our government's job-creating pro-trade plan to create jobs, increase prosperity, and preserve and strengthen the financial security of hard-working Canadians and their families. Deepening ties with China and the Asia-Pacific in general will generate benefits for Canadians in terms of jobs and economic growth. And that, remember, is our focus. That's been our focus. That's the focus of this government.
He noted that China is Canada's second-largest merchandise trading partner and one of Canada's greatest economic opportunities. Trade between Canada and China has nearly doubled since 2006, and in 2011 alone, exports to China increased by 27%. Costas has been very busy in Ottawa, working on behalf of Richmond Hill residents, especially on behalf of former Richmond Hill resident Saeed Malikpour, who was arrested and sentenced to death in Iran.
On the 31st of January, I used one of my SO-31 slides. SO-31 is a standing order 31 that allows a member of Parliament to stand up and speak in the House of Commons for a minute between 2 and 2:15 every day. To ask for Saeed Malikpour's release. I used that opportunity then. On February the 16th, I was able to get all-party unanimous support asking for his release.
Immigration reform is a high priority right now for Costas and the federal government. Changes have been proposed to create a more efficient immigration system based on labor market needs, crack down on human smuggling, and reduce the skilled workers backlog.
43 million people visited Canada's immigration website in 2011. 56% of those people were from outside of Canada. So there's an awful lot of interest for people who want to come to our country, and we already have 1 million people backlog, 810,000 somewhat of which we inherited in the previous government. So something needs to be done to reduce that backlog while keeping in mind that we only allow about 250,000 Canadians per year, new Canadians to come to the country per year. Last year was a record since the Second World War, 265,000 were committed to coming to Canada.
Much attention has been paid to the federal government's new crime laws. Costas was proud to vote in tougher penalties for criminals.
This is laws put in place to make it very tough on criminals. So if you do the crime, you're going to pay the fine. It's as simple as that. We want our community safe.
Another very important proposed law will protect seniors from abuse. Legislation was introduced March 15th. Costas also announced that changes have been made to better serve our veterans.
Our veterans, the reason why I can stand here today as a politician in a free country, fought for those rights and freedoms. So I'm a big supporter of anything that gives service improvements to our veterans by cutting down on red tape and what they have to go through to get what they I've already earned.
Lower prices and more choice for consumers is the goal behind many recent improvements announced by the Conservative government.
Taking action to provide more choice, lower costs in wireless services. I think that's something that is very recent. On March 17th, the government announced the Telecommunications Act to be amended to lift foreign investment restrictions for telecom companies that hold less than 10% share of total Canadian telecommunications market. Caps will be applied in the upcoming spectrum. Specific measures in the 700 megahertz auction will be applied to see that rural Canadians will have access to the same advanced features as everyone else. You know, we have one of the most expensive cellular costing, if you will, in the world. And I think the more we open it up, the more we make it free market, the more we align ourselves with the rest of the world, the less all of us are going to pay. And that's the gist behind this whole thing. In Europe, for example, you don't pay when somebody calls you. You call me on my cell today, I pay. If I call you, I still pay. Every minute is logged. In Europe, you don't pay. But the cell phone, as long as I call you, you don't pay a thing. That's a big thing. Yeah, here we pay.
After the presentation, Costas answered a number of questions on all topics from the audience. Everyone agreed that Costas is doing a great job on their behalf in Ottawa.
You remember we applaud when you were speaking about the bill, Air Canada bill. Why? Because it's good for us, for you, for me, for all.
The many thousands that live in the riding, I wanted to come here personally thank you for this. Not only you've attended several events in our community, you've done a fine job. We all hear it, it's a small community. But that video greeting that you put on there was not only well done, it was well received, and we really appreciate it. So thank you very much for everything you did for us.
Not bad.
They asked him to continue to protect the interests of Richmond Hill families and businesses.